tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out.
Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. So, let me tell you why I have my glasses on. One, I just got home from a test. Two, I was in my normal filming place, my pit, and those mosquitoes were just so disrespectful. They didn't care about the citronella or nothing. And then three, I recorded my video and I didn't have my glasses on and I'm squinting. Like my eyes are closed. I can't even see because the sun is beaming on your girl. So we're doing the glasses today. All right, wealthy family. So today's Mindset Monday, we are talking about how to stay motivated after you fail, okay? And yes, it's going to be a story time based off of today's recent events. So I went for a test today for another certification, and you can never have too many certifications. And I scheduled this test a while ago, a couple weeks ago, and so I knew it was coming, and I fell into the old habit of picking up more things than I really should because I don't have time to do all these things, and then pushing things off and then procrastinating and then cramming at the last minute because I know that I'm really fabulous and I can get things done at the last minute. And I obviously love and am addicted to the feeling of anxiety because every time I wait to the last minute I get anxious. So it's something I'm working on, okay? It's a work in progress. But today I went for a license for a certification test. I had to drive like a little over half an hour away from where I live. No big deal. Got there, had to find the place because it was kind of confusing. Walked in, they were like, okay, yeah, you have 3 hours to do the test. It's 200 questions. I said, okay, yeah, no big deal. But listen, y'all, I didn't even finish the pre-course that I was supposed to do. This morning, my test is at 11:30. At 10:40, as I was walking out the door to get ready to go, I was at 53% complete. Okay, but it's along the same lines of stuff that I already have certifications and licenses for, so I already knew what it was. Okay, so I felt kind of cocky. So I went in and I was doing the test, and I was like, okay, yeah, this isn't bad. Yeah, okay, da 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 da. I walked out. And the lady was like, wow, have you tested with us before? And I said, yeah, this is my first time taking this exam, but I have a couple other licenses. I was feeling good, popping my collar. I was getting all my stuff back because they take everything. They took my necklaces. They took my ISIS necklace. I was like, just don't touch my stuff. Let me put my stuff in. Don't touch my stuff, okay? The lady who was actually administrating had an amethyst geode, so she already knew what it was. But I was like, yeah, I felt pretty good. I was like, yeah. And she's like, okay, well, 5%, less than 5% of people pass on their first try. And I was like, okay, I'm exclusive because, I done passed a couple of these licenses on my first time already. So, even though I only studied 53%, I felt pretty good. I was sitting at a computer with my number and everything. So I was like, okay, I guess the girl didn't fail. And she was like, yeah, I'm sorry to tell you that, you fell in that 95 percentile. And she was like, but it's okay because you did really good and you can go and do this and da 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 da. Like, you could tell she was trying to buffer and talk quick because she didn't want me to feel bad. And I told her, I was like, ma'am, I said, I'll tell you a secret. I didn't even finish studying for this thing. I only studied 53% of the material. And she's like, oh, well then you know your stuff. And when I picked up the paper, I saw that I had only missed it by 5%. Like, I could have passed if I had just scored 5% more. If I had answered 3 more questions correctly, I would have passed. It would have been great. But I was like, okay, that's fine. It's a lesson because, I shouldn't have procrastinated. I knew this day was coming and I shouldn't have put it off to the last minute. And I sometimes need that reminder that waiting until the last minute is not a good thing. So cut it out, Chanel. But, she was like, well, you're taking this really well because the last guy who I just told failed, like, he was just so angry. He slammed the door. He did this. And, you know, I've seen him in here 3 times. She's like, but I keep telling him to take his time and pace himself. And he just wants to keep knocking it out. He doesn't give his time, his space, and himself any time to progress and move. She's like, I guess it all depends on the type of person you are. And I said, yeah, it does. It does depend on the type of person you are. Like, how do you motivate yourself? How do you talk to yourself? See, he's probably beating his head against the wall saying, you're such a failure. Why? How can you not get this done? You done paid for this thing, not cheap, 3 times, and you keep failing, and, you know, so aggravating. It's everyone's fault but your own. But I told her, you know, I take responsibility for it. I didn't study. I was, you know, I didn't rush here, but, you know, I was kind of anxious. I didn't eat, okay? It took me 2 hours to fail this test. So my test was at 11:30. No, it was 2 hours and 15 minutes I was in there studying. I was in there testing for. So I didn't eat because I normally don't break fast until 12 o'clock, right? In the morning, I wake up, I drink my tea, I drink my water, I take my supplements, but I don't normally eat anything until like 12. That's when I make my acai bowl, whatever. So I was hungry, and I could have had all these reasons to be upset and annoyed, but I kept pushing because I was like, you know what? It's my own fault. 1, for not studying. 2, for procrastinating. 3, for coming in with a cocky attitude, right? It's okay. I'll just go ahead and do it again the next time, right? When you take accountability for your actions, when you take accountability for your actions and the roles that you play in your own failures, you no longer allow yourself to get sucked into the demotivating force of, I can't do this, it's so hard, I'm such a failure. No, it just means get up and do it again, because now, you know what, I have a paper reference, and I meant to bring the paper to show y'all, but I have a paper reference to see where I did good and where I didn't do good, where I need to go study and touch upon, where I'm good at, right, where I don't need to focus so much on, right? Every time you fail, it's a lesson. It's an insight into what it is that you're trying to accomplish. That's all it is. It's an insight. You now have a blueprint to say, you know what, I'm not going to do that again because that didn't work. But now you know what does work. See, now I know, okay, the place took about 35 minutes. It was kind of hard to find it because it was on a college. So now I know, okay, I need to move a little bit earlier. I need to make sure I don't schedule the test in the morning because it's going to take long for me to do it. So I need to make sure that I eat before I go, so I'm not agitated and ordinary. Thankfully, I had my water, so, you know, I was just drinking my water the whole time. But when you look for the things that went right when you failed, and you look for the things that did not go right when you failed, you now can take that as an inside blueprint, as a map for you to move forward in success. And you keep going and you keep going until you pass it, until you overcome it, until you conquer it, until you knock it out 100%, until you accomplish your goal, right? You got to keep the end goal in mind, because what this certification is going to allow me to do is help more people. I'm going to be able to help people 1,000 times more because I had this certification, right? I can go in, if I so choose, and get a job or start my own practice. I'm not going to get a job, but I can start my own practice, or I can go and place my license with other things. I can go be independent. I can do all these things. I got to keep the end goal in mind. It's going to be another stream of income. It's going to be something I can show my children they can do. You don't have to go to college to go make 6 figures. You don't have to do that, right? I keep the long-term goal in mind. I keep the vision in mind, and then I stay tunnel vision with my eyes on the prize, right? Eyes on the prize. There you go. With my eyes on the prize. That is how you accomplish things, and that is how you move forward, and that is how you stay motivated even after you fail. Don't take that failure to heart, because there's so many things that played a role in you not accomplishing what it is. But you know what? Failure just means not right now. Not at this time. That's all. That's all it means. You weren't ready to move forward with it. Because you know what? If I had passed that exam, if I had made those 3 right answers and got that extra 5% and passed that exam, you know what? I'd probably procrastinate for the rest of the things that I have to do. I'd probably be like, you know what? Procrastination always pays off. I don't know why I'd be sitting here stressing myself out for months in advance planning, right? But I can't do that. I'm looking to overcome my procrastination, right? I'm working on doing better with that. And it's all a process. It's all a process. But you have to allow yourself to go through the process and be gentle and not be mad at anyone else when you don't succeed. Because that lady looked like she was really scared that, I was going to be the angry black woman. But I was like, I'm not going to do that. Like, it's cool. We good. I was like, next time I come, I might bring y'all some smoothies or something. And we keep it pushing, right? Made friends with all those ladies in there. But that's how you keep going and you keep pushing and you stay motivated, because failure cannot last forever. Nothing lasts forever. Success won't last forever. Okay? All right, wealthy family. Like, literally, that's all that I wanted to come and share with you all, because I've seen, aside from today, I've seen some people get discouraged and throw away all their dreams and their hopes and their aspirations based off of, a bad 2 hours. Don't do that. Don't give up on yourself off of that. You're better than that. Okay? I love you all. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.